Hi everyone, I'm Mitali Banerjee Roots, author of Archie Celebrates Diwali. Diwali is the South Asian festival of lights celebrated all around the world. Every year, people light millions of traditional oil lamps called diyas. Today, we're going to make a paper diya. You'll need paper, glue, scissors, a pencil, and something to trace circles with. You could use a cup to trace around, or I like using something to trace inside, so I'm going to use this tape. And we're just going to trace a bunch of circles. We need about 10 circles. Another trick you could use is you could fold the paper in half. And trace a row of circles and then cut 2 at a time. And it'll go a little faster too. Now you're going to take your scissors and cut all of the circles. It's okay if they're not perfect. My circles are a bit wobbly. And some circles are better than others. Okay, let's count how many circles we've got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's great, you've got 10 circles. So now we're going to take each of the circles and fold them into 4s. So first I'm going to fold them in half, and then I'll press with my thumb and finger to make a really nice crease. And then I'll take the half circle and I'll fold it in half again, and I'll make a crease. And I'll try to line it up the best way I can, so that I make a little wedge, like a little tiny piece of pizza. And we'll do that again with all the circles. Fold it in half, press and make a crease, and then fold it in half again to make that pizza shape. Sometimes if you're working on the table, what I'll do is I'll try to fold it until the top parts of the circle meet, and then I'll hold it with one finger, and then I'll press down in the middle, and then I'll just slide my finger from one side to the other. And there I folded it in half. And I'll do the same thing. I'll hold it on one side, I'll kind of fold it until this corner meets, and then I'll take my finger and press it down in the middle, and slide it from side to side, and then I have that little wedge shape. Look, I'm making these little petals to make our 3D diya. I'm going to do the same thing with all 10 of my circles. Now I have 10 folded circles, and I'm going to glue them all together. So I'll take one petal, and the side that folds in, I'm going to get my glue, and I'm going to make like a little line right there along the edge. A little bit of glue, and then I'm going to take another circle, and I'm going to stick it just like that, like I'm almost making like a little book. And I'm going to just hold it with my finger, and I'll just keep going. I'll put a line of glue, and then I'll add my next petal. And I'll just press and hold each time, keeping it together. And I'll do the best I can to line them up. And I'll always hold it the same way to make sure I'm always gluing the line in the same spot, the same way. Keep adding petals in the same direction, in the same way. I'll make a line, and I'll make sure I'll take it, and I'll set it down just like this. Do my best to line it up, and then press and hold. And I'll just keep going until I've done all 10 circles that way. Now we've glued all 10 circles together, and they kind of make this little fan. Isn't that fun? So cute. Now we're gonna glue the two ends together. So we'll draw a line with our glue right there. And then we press and hold, and while we're holding, you can just kind of like fan out little circles. Like kind of open them up a little bit more. Then our diya is gonna look super nice resting on the table. It's okay if it's a little crooked or not quite perfect. If we make a few of them, we'll get practice and get the hang of it. There it is. We have the bottom of our diya. Mine's a little bit crooked, but it's still gonna be okay. And now I'm gonna take one more circle that I've traced, and I'm gonna cut it just a little bit bigger. So I'm not gonna cut it on the line, but a little bit outside the line. Let's see. So you can see, I'm going just a little bit around. Not too big, but a little bit around the line. This is where my circle gets really wobbly. But I'm trying my best to make a good circle. Okay, so that's super good. That's gonna be the top of our diya. But first, we've gotta make a spot for our flame, like the fire to go inside the diya. Fold it in half, but we're not gonna press it to make a crease. We're gonna take our scissor and just cut a little slit into the middle of the circle. There we go. And now we're gonna take our yellow construction paper and cut a leaf shape. And that's gonna be our flame. Now, you can make it, the flame really tiny, or you can make it really big. I'm gonna make it kind of medium. And I'm just gonna hold it. I'm not gonna make a crease. I'll just kind of hold it so that I'm cutting this leaf shape. And I just kind of, almost like I'm making a heart, but I don't go in, I just keep going. So it makes this like little leaf. So it has a pointy side on the top and a pointy side on the bottom. And I'm going to stick one of the pointy sides through the slit. And then I'm going to glue it. And then fold it back a little bit, and that might help our flame stand like that. Just glue this. Now we just have to stick the top and the bottom together. The way I do that, I'll take some glue, I'll make sure I'm holding it like all spread out, and I'll draw like little lines of glue along the top parts here. I'm making this pretty star pattern and glue. And again, I'll do the best that I can. It's okay if a little bit of the glue moves over. And now I'm going to stick the top to the bottom. And I'll just hold it to let the glue work a little bit. And I'll just think a calm and happy thought. And then after a few seconds, I think they're pretty stuck together, and we're done with our paper diya. Like and subscribe to learn about other activities, and check the description below for information on where you can get a copy of Archie Celebrates Diwali.